Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well today. It is Sunday, September the 14th, 2025. It is a cloudy and probably rainy day here in Terrace, British Columbia. I assume it's raining. It did rain all day yesterday. Looks much the same, but I'll have to check later when I go out. Positive vibes, though. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you are having a brilliant week and a fantastic weekend. I really appreciate you taking the time to tune in and seeing what's going on with the campaign series. What is going on with the campaign series? Let me tell you. Hey, Tim, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing very well today. I sent you a turn, by the way. Finally. Sorry for the delay. Not for everyone else, but just for Tim there. You need to put both of those files into your East Front folder and delete your initial game first, like all three of the files. Otherwise, we're good to go. So the only thing that has changed in the files is that your infantry division now has an organization. That is coming later on, I think. That's how it should work. But yeah. Anyways. That being said, my Russians are not doing very well against your Germans. Your firepower is just mind-boggling. So I can feel your pain that you were experiencing in Roslavel. I'll get to Roslavel later today. Positive vibes. I do have a bunch of turns that need to get done. What else is going on? So yeah, anyways, regarding JTCS, good news is that I'm just doing the final testing for the update. It is still scheduled to be released on the 18th, which I believe is Thursday. So that is super exciting. Yeah, you're still doing awesome, Roslavel. I'm sure it's going to be such a pain to get in there. It'll be fun to see how that goes in the reverse with the new map. Man, that's going to suck. That's going to suck so bad. But alright, positive vibes. Anyways, JTCS, the update is pretty much good to go. There are a couple of files that need to be added to it because for some strange reason there was a sync problem with our Dropbox, and some of the files that I had edited, they weren't in the final release. So that's something that needs to be fixed. And yeah, so that'll be incorporated into the final update. So far it works well. I haven't run into any problems. I was playing it last night just to make sure that it all worked, and I played Tim's turn and all that fun stuff. Thanks for tuning in, Ingrid. Good to see you. Hope you're doing very well and having a happy day. I was going to show you some Middle East updates, but for whatever reason it's not working on my machine. There will be bugs, unfortunately, so this is just one of those cases. I wanted to show you the new unit list, but unfortunately it didn't work for me, so here's a preview, kind of what it's going to be looking like. It has changed since this rendition, but it looks quite similar. Very cool, very detailed. It provides a lot of information, and I believe it is scalable with text, which is awesome. I will, if this gets sorted out for next Wednesday, I'll show you then. If not, hopefully it'll be remedied by Sunday, and I'll show you next Sunday all the changes. So far, these changes had been made to Middle East. They haven't been made to Vietnam, but since all the games use the same engine for Middle East, Cold War, Vietnam, and the future World War II, then they will all incorporate these new features. Anyways, this is huge. As you can see, we've gotten rid of the compass rows, laid things out a little bit cleaner. You can see the organization now on what unit belongs to. So there's lots of little subtle changes that are making life very pleasant, I guess. And these are some of the things that have been requested by you all. So I hope that is good. Something's off. So yeah, Petri will look at that tomorrow, and hopefully, Wednesday, I can take it and show you this. A couple other things that he's been working on. He's been modifying the color schema for the games to make sure that they're all consistent. He had noticed that in the code there are changes or modifications that weren't quite right, so he's fixed that. The text in these things are no longer auto-generated. They are now, or as a BMP, so now I believe there is scaling with these particular text units. So if you did change the scaling on your machine, it should be influenced here, which is fantastic news. The other big thing is that there are going to be some modifications to the labeling, map labeling. He has changed the colors, as well as added the option here for no halo if you want, as well as I think he's going to implement the text inside of the white boxes that you would be familiar from JTCS. The biggest problem with these ones here is, and I didn't realize that, is that these text labels are basically drawn 9 times for each label in order to get that halo effect, which is why you would have such a significant amount of lag when you were playing the larger scenarios with labels on. That was the problem. I had no idea that was the problem. But now that, hey Stipe, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well today. So that is, this will still be an option, I believe. This is a option as well, and the text with the white blocks will be an option. These two options with the white text block, as well as this, will be the fastest option, so it'll be a lot less rendering, continual rendering, which will make the game perform better. That makes sense why there was so much lag and problems when you were playing Bin Long, or when I was playing Bin Long. That is essentially where the memory leak was. It was all the label problems and generating the labels. So, good to know. I've after the next update, that's something else. The end of November is when 2.1 and 3.1 for Middle East and Vietnam are going to be released. That gives us basically the next 29 days now to complete the updates for Middle East and Vietnam. Our plan is to go on a 6-month schedule for those games and incorporate any updates that we've been doing, just so you have the latest and greatest. As with the JTCS, there will be available beta for these things to help, because obviously our beta team is very small, and we are really counting on you guys to help out with these betas to make sure that everything is functioning as they should. We don't have a big team. There's basically 3 guys that's doing this, so thank you for your patience. Really appreciate it. What else is going on? So yeah, we have the JTCS update coming out on Thursday. We have Middle East and Vietnam updates coming out in November, with the betas available probably the 3rd week of October, in theory. There won't be a lot of new content for those updates. It will be a lot of UI interface things that Petri has been working on. I will try to incorporate some of the new vehicles that I had been working on, into the Iraqis or whatever, wherever they're necessary. For example, I have developed the T-34 ARV, the T-55 ARV. I did a whole whack load of new, let's show you, MTLB units. Where is it? Nope. Here. So I did a whole bunch of new vehicles, that the ubiquitous MTLB of the Soviets. A bunch of different variants. There are still 3 variants that I need to incorporate. Those are the ARV version, the engineer version, and a command version, which is kind of cool. Subtle differences. It's hard to tell, but there are differences. Some have turrets, some don't. Some have mortars, some don't. Some have a surface-to-air missile, some have rockets. So yeah, these will be scattered through, and an anti-aircraft gun, 23mm twin system. Pretty cool stuff. I didn't realize that there were so many different variants until I started having to make them. That's kind of fun. I think... Oh, yeah. And Petri had found an issue with this, which we'd noticed before. We just didn't know how to fix it. But Petri has found a solution for that, which is awesome. So now you have consistent outlines, whereas before there was a limitation in the size of the outline that was available. That has now been remedied, which is perfect. That's exciting. I'm happy for that. All right. So, again, I can't show you that stuff until probably next weekend, but you know that it is there. We were in the middle of the senseless violence of Dien Bien Phu number 3, running over Gabriel. And I think we were doing well. Let's take a look and see how bad things are. So yeah, if you do have any questions or comments, if you've been watching this for a while and you're interested in having conversation, you can ask down below. I do answer all the comments. If you're watching this later on YouTube, you can join the Discord, which is also linked down below. I do follow that pretty much 24/7, so if you did have questions, that's a good place to do it, because then I can respond to you pretty quick. Before we get into it, huge thank you to our donators, huge thank you to our Patreons. Thank you to those that watch and take the time to do so. It is greatly appreciated. If you do like this type of content, please consider getting a like and subscribe. It really does help. Alright, so I am using, just so you know, not the manual. I am using the latest version of the 2.10, which is September 5th. This gets updated pretty much every week, at least. And noted, we do have one more month before we hand off the final for the beta. You can see this is one of the new features. Organization is displayed continually, and you don't need to put the unit list off. So that's a handy feature. One thing that Petri was going to consider is that do the same thing, if you wanted to, for the hexes, to give you information about the hexes, which could be kind of cool. That might be something that is useful. Alright, what are we doing? I think we were just getting into a position where we can start assaulting these last two positions. We have lots of time, there's no rush. Let's take a look at our status. How are we doing? We have a minor defeat. We might get a draw out of this if we can capture that location, which we should be able to next, depending on how many casualties we're going to suffer here in the coming time. Let's see what happens. Gonna pound that. Let's just drop in as much artillery as we can. Yes, it'll help old players get used to the new terrain. Yeah, that's kind of what Petri was thinking, is that would be just a simple little thing to provide some quick intelligence and make life a little bit easier. Now, both of these are bunkers. Me plotting this artillery is pretty much useless. But maybe we'll get lucky, cause a disruption, and then it'll help with our assaulting. Nothing else I can really do, so I'm just going to end the turn. I'm going to wait. I was going to bring over the intel feed, but I don't want it to crash on me. Took a hit. No effect. No effect. No effect. That was a bunker, so that's good. They can hit that all day. Oh, nice. We survived. So you can see for this particular bunker, we do have, or we're set up for a surround assault, which is awesome. This will be a doozy to get into. Alright, we have 7 units that have recovered morale, which is good. 3 headquarters unable to provide supplies, 6 artillery units unavailable, and 1 unit low on ammo. There's only 1 unit in there with a leader. We should be able to take that position this turn. We're looking for the double unknown effect, and so far we haven't seen it yet. It doesn't mean that nothing is happening, it's just that with a double unknown effect, we know something happened for sure. Of course, this is all saying unknown effect because I have Fog of War on. If you don't have Fog of War, you'll be able to see more details. So if you want to learn the game, maybe play without the enhanced Fog of War. Try that and see how it goes. I like playing with Fog of War because I don't like knowing what the enemy is doing. It just makes things more interesting for me. That's why I play with all options on, except for the variable visibility. Usually the visibility is set within the scenario and changes within the scenario. So I don't usually change that unless I've played it many times and I want some variety. That's when I would use that variable visibility. Again, this is much ado about nothing because those positions are in bunkers and the artillery is too far away to be effective, generally speaking. Maybe a disruption, but that's about it. At least we have the opportunity to hit our own troops. That's amazing. Oh, with the JTCS, Ignomar from Switzerland, he did finish the Mercure scenario, and what was the other one? The Arnhem scenario. So there are 2 new scenarios that are incorporated inside of West Front now, which is kind of exciting. The Mercure scenario looks kind of cool. I'm excited to try that out. That should be fun. It's a larger scenario, not overly massive, but probably a size 7, 8, somewhere in there, maybe bigger. It's a cool map though. It's obviously Crete, the northern coast of Crete, with quite long and narrow, but kind of fun. And based on what I saw, he also incorporated some new units. So we've added new units to the game to help support those scenarios, which is kind of cool. I won't do this artillery again because there's no point wasting your time and my time. Just a whole bunch of unknown effects. No doubles. I didn't see 1 double unknown effect. As you saw, I've been working on Cold War, which is going well. Alright, let's take a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the screen here so you can see what I see. Let's resize that just a little bit. Okay. How's that? Is that okay? Normally, since I have 2 screens, I would normally keep this type of information on the second screen just because I don't need to see it all the time. But since we're doing this live, it might be useful for you guys to see what I'm seeing and thinking at the same time. Okay, speaking of thinking, how are we going to assault this position? I think what we're going to do, definitely, let's take a look, make sure that all of our troops are No one's disrupted there. No one is disrupted there. No one is disrupted there. No one is disrupted there. And no one is disrupted there. Okay. We have a whole bunch of opportunities here. I think what I'm going to do... Now, this position here is ideal for a surround assault. That means I'm going to assault from here, and from here. The question is, and I'm going to leave this question to you guys. Should I assault with just regular rifle platoons first, and then assault with my engineers, because they have the highest assault, so I get the bonus for the second assault? Or do I just go all in with all the engineers first? What do you guys think? What do you think would be the best thing to do, or wisest thing to do? There's a commander. You guys decide. Let me know. Is there a commander here? There is. He's in infantry. This commander is also infantry. The second, I think that is definitely the wiser choice. So let's do that. We're going to throw in infantry first. And what do we have? A rifle platoon and a rifle platoon. Alright, so that should be the loaded first one. Let's see what happens. So we got reduced significantly. That sucked. Okay, so let's try this. Do I have more than... you know what? Let's throw them in. And then let's throw these engineers in. Okay, let's try that. That was a better assault for us, just for the simple reason that oh, shit. So don't do that. That was a mistake on my part. Shit. Boo. So here, this is a flanking assault. This is going to be our third attempt at an assault. So what happened there was, just so you know before, is these units have a 0 assault. If you assault a hex with something that has 0 assault, that means it's going to suffer an ambush. It's going to get assaulted back, a counter assault against it, and it could kill it. In this sense, it just reduced it from a level 2 to a level 1, which, that's not good. Especially since that's a leader. That basically destroys the effectiveness of that leader significantly. So let's try another assault. We did kill that. So let's take our engineers and go in there. There we go. Okay. That's good. Now the biggest problem here is that unfortunately hey Sinchi, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well today. Now I'm not in a good position to do some assaulting here, unfortunately, for this turn. Now the question is, do I continue to try to assault anyways, or do we have any smoke? Do we have any smoke? I do have one smoke. Let's smoke this. Oh, helps if I select the unit. There we go. That will hopefully protect this hex from artillery. We still have a lot to do. No, that's overstacked. I can't do anything there. That's overstacked. I can't. Oh, no, I can't. And I don't have any more smoke, I don't think. No, I don't. How are you doing, Cinchi? How are things? That's our last hex. Now, obviously, we have 2 opportunities next turn for... That's good to hear. That's good to hear. For doing a surround assault. I am well, thanks for asking. I'm very excited. We have pretty much finalized, almost, the 2.05 update for JTCS. It'll be available on Thursday. This is in a bunker, so I'm not really think this is going to do anything. Dreaded good humor, bring the ice cream. Yes, they are bringing in the ice cream. Actually, what I should do is move these out of the way, just in case I get smoked by artillery. You know, fighting in Dien Bien Phu is hard, so it makes sense to have all this ice cream. Oh, we can see that. So we're just going to direct fire this. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get that done and over with. And then I can... Basically, that's been a 3-month, you know, distraction from working on Cold War, which is kind of annoying. But I'm excited that we had the opportunity to update JTCS, because now that should, you know, it'll fix things. There's some new content that's included. There's a bunch of new scenarios. There's a bunch of... there's a new campaign. I did expand that campaign. If I had more time, I would have continued building more scenarios, but I ran out of time, unfortunately. Some new graphics from Troy and from Schlons. There was new units for Ingnomar, which is fantastic. Yeah, lots of little things. It's pretty good. There's not much else we can do here, so I'm just going to end the turn. Ah, good thing we moved the ice cream guys away. We're in a bunker, we should be okay. That's not okay, though. Ah, shit. We got reduced, retreated. Ah, fire truck. That's a bunker, that's okay. Oh, they're going after my engineer. Oh, we survived. We have 4 units out of 11 that are recovered morale. We have 4 headquarters unable to provide supply. We have 3 artillery units unavailable, and we did clear a minor block. Okay, let's use this machine gun. Let's pop a flare. Well, that's not the best, but not the worst. Alright. Direct fire into this hex. And then we'll start the assaulting. Again, we're not likely to do any damage, just for the simple reason that this isn't a bunker. Oh, we can't see, can we? Oh, no. Denied. Alright, let's go to the other side. There are changes to the unit list, which are coming for an update. JTCS is getting a sorry, not JTCS. Middle East and Vietnam is getting a unit list update, which is this section here. It will be, basically it's doubled in size, and there's a lot more information. And for those just tuned in, I'll just show you what that looks like. So this is kind of what the new version is going to look like. That isn't finalized yet, but just to give you an idea of where we're going with that. This information is new, which I'm able to play with here in this sector here, as I can show you. Basically, not in fire mode. In move mode, you can see the information about the structure for those particular units. So if you select that unit, you can see which other units are also part of that same battery. Same with the infantry. You can highlight and see which platoon is which for each of these companies. It just makes our life a lot simpler. Now that I know that we have that, I will take the opportunity to... Actually, that might be something I do for the update, is go through and clean up the organizations to make them a little more informative, because in a lot of cases they're not. They're just based on whatever the structure is inside of the organizational editor. So I do need to go in and make those prettier, I guess, so that you don't have these really long names that don't mean anything. Obviously, you can't tell what the organization is for the opposing force, although that might be a neat little thing to pop in every once in a while, maybe for intelligence. It's like maybe a screen that pops up after X amount of units have been captured. It tells you, all right, you're facing this particular battalion or something like that. That's something I can code in Lua, actually. Interesting. That's a good idea. I'm going to write that down. Thank you for letting me ramble. But it gives me ideas sometimes. Add random Lua tell on opposing force. That's kind of cool, actually. That would be a good idea. Yeah, and it does help to learn the formations. That's a good idea. Okay, how are we going to do this? We obviously have the opportunity to do multiple surround assaults, so that's what we'll do. The problem with this, though, is that this is... It's a full company with supporting weapons and additional infantry. So this, depending on the strength of this is overstacked, so that's going to be a problem. This particular methodology for assaulting this, I think what we're going to want to use is we're going to want to use as many of our engineers as possible because they have the highest assault value. The key with that, though, we still need to have enough, hit power to go through and do multiple assaults. So I have to figure out, okay, so we're going to do a surround assault on this hex, which means I need to assault from here, and from here. I'm going to use one of these engineers for sure. There's no engineers here, but we have a high value unit, so let's add that. And then up here, I can add 2 engineers and a leader. So now we're set up for a surround assault with mostly engineers, which have a 16 assault, which is probably the highest in the game for infantry. What we're looking for is no effects on us, but effects on them. So let's see what happens. We did delete something, and look, so their morale has dropped. They retreated, but since they were in a bunker, they couldn't retreat. They were eliminated. So we eliminated 2 units in that assault, which is pretty phenomenal. So this engineer burned 53 action points, which means I can't assault that again. I do have this engineer. We're going to throw that in the mix. Those engineers can't. We do have another engineer. We'll throw that in there. I do need a unit here. So that's an additional surround assault, which is awesome. Now I'm just going to add a unit. And we're going to add this full strength engineer platoon. And I think that's as much as I can put in there. That's 4 units. Let's see what happens. So again, we did suffer casualties in that, but we eliminated another unit. Now let's try one more surround assault. I'm going to try with just regular infantry. No, I have more engineers. So we're going to do another surround assault, but we're going to do it in the opposite area. So we're going to do it from here, here, and here. I do have a colonel, with a strength of 3, which really adds to our bonus. We're going to throw in 2 full-strength infantry platoons, and we're going to throw in 1 more infantry platoon and a leader. All right, let's see what happens. Again, we reduced the units that were inside. Let's try and go for 1 more surround assault. I don't have enough units. Let's throw that in the mix. So you can tell which units are in assault by this value here, which will be also incorporated into the new unit list as well. That being said, the bottom part here has also changed. I wish I could show you, but there was some issues. I will show you next weekend. So, one platoon at a time, multiple assaults, but we're almost done. I don't know if I have enough to do it. Oh, no, I do. All right, let's see. Yes! So that right there is a really good example of how to do assaults. It was very difficult in the sense to get to that point, and we suffered so many casualties getting to that point. But as you can see, even though we didn't have the artillery, it was just a matter of using the units the best way that you can, using the leaders, using the engineers. This is how you play with the VC and VM. You need to overwhelm the position. You need to do multiple assaults. There's no sense sitting back and firing, because firing is not really going to do you much unless the units are out in the open and you're up close and personal. That'll be the case for the VC and the Viet Minh. It's so important that you are up close, personal, and trying to assault if you can. Most importantly, you want to make sure that you're staying out of, range of artillery, gunships, tanks, APCs, anything that's going to just decimate your troops. In a lot of cases, that's how it's going to be, unfortunately. You are going to suffer casualties. But if you're persistent, try and use the terrain the best that you can, you will be successful, as here. There's not much else for me to do, so we can just burn through these final turns. 5 units have recovered morale, which is great. So what I could do, if I wanted to, is to go hunt, but there's no sense doing that. So we're just going to call her good. They've lost line of sight, so they're going to mostly stop hitting us with artillery. Just a reminder, you can change what you see on the map there. Counters, you can change the counter style, counter graphics to 3D if you want. Or NATO. I know a lot of people like NATO. I'm content using both. For Cold War, I do plan on returning the silhouettes. So those of you who are familiar with Panzerblitz or something like that with the markers, those I do plan to make a list for Warsaw Pact and NATO, which will eventually be brought back into Middle East and Vietnam. So if you wanted to, you can play with silhouettes instead of the 3D graphics and or the NATO. The code is still there, we just didn't have the silhouettes to do it. But I am making some generalized graphics so that we can use the silhouettes again. Because I really like those. I miss them. I think it's kind of cool. We're just burning through these because there's nothing else to do. And then we'll start number 4. what we could do, if you don't mind, let's just do a whack load of artillery hits down here. I don't know what's here. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nope, too far away. Let's see if we get lucky. Oh, it's daytime. Oh, shit. I didn't realize it was going to be daytime again. That's crazy. No wrecks, so we didn't get any lucky hits. Okay, but if that's the case, we can start pounding this with artillery. And then we'll see if we can get some lucky hits. Out of range. All right. Let's see. Last hit. We should get hit by artillery. Oh no, they're coming for us. Huh. Interesting. That's overstacked. We did reduce it by 1. Come on, hits. Double unknown effect, so that was good for us. Reduced and retreated. Come on, get a hit. Nothing. I'm watching this. No. No joy. No. Oh, we got one disabled. That's good. Nothing. Nothing. Good hit. Nope. Oh, we did disable the truck. Another disabled. Tank is disabled. Truck is disabled. Another disabled. Man, gaining some points there. That's awesome. Okay, so Tim has said maybe pull back into a defensive posture. I think that's a good idea. There's no sense that we don't need to... Ah, we took a hit there, though. Twice. Damn it. Okay, those guys are fine. Let's just do a check. Do we need to actually do anything? No. That's good. Can they see something useful? Oh, we can. Oh, come on. Well, that sucked. There, we got the leader. Okay, what can you guys see? Oh, we made a runaway. That's good. What can you guys see? Direct fire artillery. That's brutal. But we're not hitting anything. We're not hitting them. That's annoying. There we go. Ooh, that reduced it by 2. Oh, nice. Oh, we got lucky. No, that's too far away. Don't think we have anything else. Alright, that's the end of it. So let's end the turn, see what happens. Oh, reduced by 2. Oh, we lost our mortars and we got reduced. Oh no! We hit our ice cream guys. Damn. Green tea flavor, right? Alright, how bad did we do? Let's see. Oh, we got a major victory. Yes! That was a pleasant surprise. I'm okay with that. That's good. We managed to get all our objective points. Plus, they suffered a lot of casualties. We suffered quite a few, though, too. But not as bad as the French. That was awesome. Totally unexpected. I thought we would get a draw. Alright. Okay, let's start number 4. Number 4. Breakthrough to Isabelle. Side A. So we are playing Side A. We're going to be playing the French this time. As the Viet Minh began encircling Dien Bien Phu, more and more trenches appeared before the French lines. Slowly, since the 19th of March, the roadblock at Ban Cao Lai and Ban Nong Nai, again, sorry for butchering them, became tighter. Daily supply convoys between Isabelle and the main fortress had increasing trouble, hacking their way through Viet Minh ambushes as they brought in wounded and picked up supplies. On the 20th of March, a French convoy broke through with only a minor skirmish, but it cost 5 dead, 2 missing, and 5 wounded, including the second lieutenant of AG, the son of General G. So we can't actually use names. We're not allowed to. That's why it's just abbreviated like that. The CEFEO Chief of Staff, so a task force was formed to clear the way. The Foreign Legion 1st BEP would form the nucleus with Captain V leading. Tanks of the 3rd 1st RCC Squadron would join in the foray. After aircraft of the 1st 2nd Santong Squadron were grounded, flight and mechanic crews formed an infantry detachment which joined the effort. The mop-up operation began at 7:30, 22nd of March, in heavy fog. At first, it proceeded smoothly, but as lead elements approached Ban Coi Lai, the strangulation tactics and trench networks employed by the Viet Minh 57th Regiment became more apparent. The 2nd 1st RTA Algerian Rifles stationed at Isabelle were called to join the attack, along with a 3rd Tank Platoon also stationed there. The Viet Minh fought to the last ditch, but a breakthrough finally succeeded at 12. At noon, basically. Oh, okay. Let's take a look. Is that the right... Did I do the right one? Shit. Side A, anyways. If this isn't the right scenario, I'll reload it. No, it is. Dien Bien Phu 4. Let's see. Okay, we just read all that. Friendly fires. We have the 1st Battalion parachutists with some tanks. Artillery group. We have Bearcats from... There's a Viet Minh Battalion. Your mission is to lead the Isabelle Force Division to clear the Viet roadblock at Ban Co Lai. The strong point Isabelle needs daily supply runs and transport of wounded to the main CP hospital. Good luck. Blah, 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 blah. And weather expected to be heavy rain with 10 visibility. Okay. Your mission is to lead the Isabelle Force to clear the roadblock. Okay. We have a tank platoon are ready to depart at 7:30. Beware, the Viets have dug trenches at Ban Co Lai. So we are going to Ban Co Lai. There's going to be trenches there, so we need to get there quickly so we can attack it. 6 airstrikes remaining. We have 9 out of 19 units that have recovered morale, and we have 4 headquarters unable to provide supply. Let's move this over here. so you can see it as well. And what are we doing? Let's take a look. So, what do we have? 12 turns to clear this town, and it looks like there's trenches all over the place. Everything here is fixed. Let's highlight the units. So all this is fixed with the exception of the guns. It's probably not wise to move those guns though. But what we can do is with those guns we can start prepping, hitting that. Do we have any other mortars or anything like that? We have more guns. Okay. Let's advance to the edge of the town. That should give us line of sight. Yes. Yeah, it's going to penalize me, but I want to soften them up and hopefully get shot at. So, that's good. I'm double timing down the road just so I can get closer. So when I hit that town with artillery, I'm going to lose probably 4 or 5 event points. Obviously that's not the best thing in the world to do. Oh shit. There's bad guys there already. Okay, this is going to be a challenge. I'm double timing my troops to get them into the action as soon as I can. And we'll get our heavy weapons down there as well. Let's see, who are you in charge of? Oh, you need to come. You need to come. Let's highlight fixed. The brigade headquarters, we don't need to move. What do you guys think? Should I risk moving some of these guns out down the road so that they're closer? Or should I leave them there? And if so, do you think I should move the artillery or the mortars? The 120mm mortars or the artillery? Let's take a quick look at each of them. So the artillery, the 105s, they attack at an 18 close up, but looks like they drop down to 9 at 45 hexes, so they're going to be most effective obviously closer. And then if we look at the mortars, they attack, so there's a minimum distance, obviously, can't fire at 1 hex, but after that they attack a little bit higher when they're closer. I'm tempted to move the mortars. What do you guys think? I'm not clocking the road yet, Tim. So far everything is under 12 strength points, so nothing is overstacked, and it's the first turn, so I should be clear of artillery on the first turn. After that I need to disperse, obviously, and make sure that I'm not going to get hit by mortars. I'm sure there's mortars in these hills somewhere, so I have to be cautious of that. And I agree. I think we'll move the mortars, so let's do that. Let's load these guys up. Get them on the road. I don't think I have any other trucks that I have supply. No, I don't have supply trucks. No, I don't have any other vehicles that I can move. So what I can do is I can move. Oh, I should have hit that. I wasn't even thinking. Damn it. I was so focused on the objective that I didn't even hit this, and I know there's trenches here probably. There'll be mortar and Dendar hills. Yes, right? That's very true, Stipe. But did you notice, Stipe, I didn't lose any helicopters last session. Okay, let's save this. We're going to call that, what is it? Dien Bien Phu number 4. 4. Let's zoom in, and let's see how many casualties we take. Hopefully I don't lose my tanks. Shit. Oh, they're right there. Alright, 6 airstrikes remaining. We have 11 units out of 12 that have recovered morale. 4 headquarters unable to provide supply. So because I spotted something in there, I don't lose anything, but I do lose points for that one. Okay, first things first, let's pull our tanks out of the way. Let's start flanking this position. So I don't know if you saw, but when that infantry moved out, we saw trenches there. So that is something that I have to keep in mind. The heavy weapons, I'm going to move. Visibility is 4, so I'm going to move this way. We're going to get into the trees. Bring the headquarters closer. I can't move the tanks. We'll bring our guns closer. Let's prepare the artillery. So they're out in the open here, which is good for us. Now we have to worry about how we're going to get smoked. Ah, shit. Here we go. Reduced by 2 and disrupted. Oh, they hit themselves. Damn mortars. Oh, they're counterattacking already, the buggers. 6 airstrikes remaining. We have 4 units that have recovered morale, which is good. 3 headquarters unable to provide supply, and 1 artillery unit unavailable. No double unknown effects. Oh, that's good. Okay, so let's advance into here, draw some fire. Oh! ID. Ah, shit. That's not what I wanted to happen. Oh, oh shit. We took that out. advance into there. Oh, that went way better than I anticipated. I can't tell. So there are mortars coming, so I'm going to stay back 1 hex. Bring our mortars down. We'll unload the mortars there. Then we'll send the trucks back to grab another artillery piece. Alright, let's get in here. These here, that means it's IEDs. So that's IED. It means that there's, you know, an improvised explosive device or something in that location. Booby traps, basically. That's what these mean. You can see here it says IE. It tells you what it is. In this case, we ran into it because we didn't see it. But here we spotted it, which is nice. Okay, let's call in our artillery. Let's make sure that we don't hit our own troops, because that would suck. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, the big guns are coming, and we got disabled. Frick. Oh, there's sappers in there, and machine guns, and infantry, and a leader. Yeah, that's true, Tim. Oh, we're having fun playing JTCS, though. Alright, 6 airstrikes remaining. We have 4 headquarters unable to provide supply, 2 artillery units unavailable, and 1 unit low on ammo. We're looking for a double unknown effect. We did get 1, 2. Nothing. Oh, that's a good hit. Okay, let's advance into the trenches. Stoke up the fire. We can fire at these guys. Not with the mortars. Eliminated that. Perfect. Let's go into the trees. Let's do some shooting. Oh, we got lucky. Let's do some more shooting. Alright, let's move these tanks out. You guys can go into here. You guys can go into this trench. I'm going to pull these tanks back. Let's move the infantry up. continue flanking this position. Oh, shit. See if we can take that out. That's definitely getting an artillery strike. We are going to unload our guns and send the truck back. So much information on the screen, I can't watch NFL at the same time. That's funny. I think we might need to disperse our troops here just a little bit because we were overstacked. I'm worried about this hex here. Machine gun and recoilless rifle. Let's double time this up here, and let's double time these mortars. That should be that. Okay. I'm surprised how quickly we got into the trenches, but here we still have this problem, so let's bring in the artillery. Boom, boom. I want to hit that. And we do have some guns there. And let's hit that. Okay. That's it. Fingers crossed. That's gonna hurt. No, we got disrupted. It's week 2. Yeah, early times, right? Because deliver some food for them or pizza to distract them. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Stite. How long does the football season go? Like, when's the last game? Damn it. "17 games over 18 weeks plus playoffs." Oh, reinforcements are coming. That's not good. Holy crap. We have 6 airstrikes remaining. We have 2 units that have recovered morale, which is good. 1 headquarter unable to provide supply. 3 artillery units unavailable. 3 units low on ammo. It goes pretty quick in your old age. Yeah, right? That's funny. So this did suffer. This one here suffered a couple of hits, which is good. Let's see. Let's advance. Let's fire. Let's see if we can assault this. Their morale drops. They did suffer casualties because look, they double unknown effect. So I'm going to assault this again. One more time. Ah, shit. No joy. Okay, you guys. Let's try and get in there. Oh, we did a lot of damage. try one more assault. Perfect. That is amazing. Okay. You can go into here. Or not. That's fine. Let's double time you into the trenches. Oh, look at all the mortars. Okay, let's move our trucks back over here. Everyone loses due to lack of ice cream. I know, we haven't seen any of the ice cream guys yet. I'm thinking. It hurts. Huh. These guys are probably going to come across here. What is that? Those are full-strength companies. Or platoons. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, we took a hit. Damn it. And we ran away. Oh, that's gonna suck. And it did. We lost one. Full strength platoons. That's not good. Captain blah blah blah. We need help, so they released the 3rd company of the 1st RTA. We have some units. Perfect. 6 airstrikes remaining. We have 4 out of 5 units that have recovered morale. 6 headquarters unable to provide supply. 3 artillery units unavailable. 2 units low on ammo. The mortars got smoked. That's good. That was a good hit. That's also a good hit. Whatever was in there ran away. Good hit. Okay, halfway through the scenario. Let's see if we can get rid of this platoon here. We need this tree line. One more shot. Let's try an assault. There we go. Got the tree line. That's what we wanted to do. That is reduced significantly. Let's advance. Actually, we have machine guns. Let's hit this first. Excellent. World War II, U.S. soldiers had 5 pounds of rations a day compared to about 1.2 for the Germans. The Germans had more ammo, though. Oh, that's interesting. I guess we'll see what's in here. Double unknown effect. We can do one more assault. Let's do it. Oh no, I can't. Why can't I? Oh no, they can. I can't. Because the movement points is too much to include all those units. Ha 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 ha! Excellent. Okay. This is good news. This is good news. Oh, we got it. Huh, that's twice now that mortar wasn't able to do anything. Okay, here comes the bad guys. We have some North Africans. This is good timing. We actually need that. So I'm going to... I want to take out those IEDs, but I want to suffer casualties. Shit. We did suffer casualties anyways. The BM and BC lived on so little, it's incredible. Yeah, no, that's true, right? I'm going to leave that opportunity fire. Let's call in our artillery, which we don't have a lot of anymore. Alright, that's it. I can call in an airstrike. Let's call in one here. Some rockets. Let's call in one here. Call in one there too. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Please don't take hits. Nope, got lucky. Not disrupted. Oh, look at them all. Oh, we reduced that by 2. Holy crap. Oh, we got reduced. 3 airstrikes remaining. We have 2 units that have recovered morale. 2 headquarters unable to provide supply. 2 artillery units unavailable. And 4 units low on ammo. Airstrike coming in. Another airstrike coming in. This airstrike didn't come. Ooh, that's good. So these guys got smoked hard. Out of ammo. Let's move you into here. Let's use the recoilless rifles and heavy weapons. To no avail. That sucks. You guys can come into the tree line. You guys can move out and get shot at. They survived that. Oh, well, they finally got reduced. Got reduced again. So that is significant reduction. Let's see if we can assault that. Perfect. I'm going to move more troops into here because we want to hang on to that position against the assaults. Oh, let's move you guys down. Oh, I can't. So we're hanging on to this, but now we need to start doing some damage. So let's highlight everyone and let's target full strength platoons. So that got reduced by 1. I don't know if that got reduced. But we can attack from the south. Let's start doing that before our paratroopers get overrun. We do have reconnaissance here. I am going to do a quick zoom out and do a scan. So we did spot something else. Let's do one more. Nothing. Okay. Our machine guns. Let's double time down the road. If anything, that'll be a distraction. Let's double time this infantry as well. That's the plan. That's the plan. Killing the mortars. Nope. Let's just double check, make sure that we don't have anything else down here that I should be using. Oh, there's bad guys there. Shit. Didn't even see him. Okay. We have our 120s that are up close and personal now. Let's hit that and that. 82s, let's hit that. Our other 105s, let's hit the mortars and that position, and then here and here. Now, grab our other mortars that are in the trucks. And then we can unload them there next time. That gives us really close fire support. I don't think I have anything else that I can do. I have 3 airstrikes left. Let's hit. Oops. Let's hit one there. Damn it. Let's hit one there. Okay. Let's see what happens. Lost a recoilless rifle. Hang in there, guys. I'm just watching to see if we take any disruptions or anything like that to make sure that we survive any assault that's probably going to come. Oh, they had a bad assault. 2 airstrikes remaining. We have 2 units that have recovered morale, 3 headquarters unable to provide supply, 3 artillery units unavailable, 8 units low on ammo. It'd be so nice to take out that headquarters. But it did not. Come on. Oh, that's good. The mortars got retreated. It is a pretty blue bird, right? It's nice seeing the aircraft fly across the map like that, but maybe I'm just a dork. I enjoy things like that. Alright. Let's see if we can kill this headquarters. Nope. That's well defended. Yes, I totally agree with that. They are. Yeah, that napalm is awesome. And the B-52 strikes. I just love the B-52 strikes. Okay, let's take our North Africans and go mortar hunting. Oh, no, not that one. These ones. Nice! One down. Heavy machine guns. Oh, that was brilliant. Okay. Let's advance down the road. What I can do... move you guys into here to protect that. Hit those mortars again. They got attacked, which isn't good. We want to hit the sappers. We have an air show once a year. Bearcat has been there several times. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I really tried to soften these things up. I don't know if there's been much damage. But we want to assault this. Oh! Booyah! Destroyed the sappers. So let's see if we can get in there. No. Okay. You guys want to go into here. Let's fire at the infantry. Everyone gets a shot just because we don't want to get assaulted. We're trying to avoid being assaulted. Oh, and they were eliminated. Perfect. Oh, even better. Oh, shit, man. We're just rocking this. Damn. Okay, let's move up our guns. Mortars we can unload. I won't bother sending the trucks back. Let's call in our artillery. We're running, our ammo is getting low because you can see we're not having as many guns as we had before, unfortunately. Okay. Let's see. It sits high on the ground. It must have been the carrier landings a bit more difficult. They weren't with the fleet very long. Oh, no. I don't think we need any more reinforcements. I think we're okay. It's the artillery that gets us. Holy shit, look at them go. We reduced it. They still went for it. Alright, we do have another platoon. Perfect. 2 airstrikes remaining. We have 2 units that have recovered morale, 1 headquarter unable to provide supply, 3 artillery units unavailable, and 8 units low on ammo. That's these 120s that are closer now. They're way more effective since they're closer. Look at that. Made them run away. Perfect. We're flanking this position. Did we recover? They did not recover yet. So I'm going to put them into here so they recover faster. This is overstacked now, though, unfortunately, but that's reduced. Let's use our machine gun. That didn't do anything. Now they're... Oh no, they're not isolated yet. Never mind. Let's try and go into here. Oh, interesting. They made them retreat. Let's open up. I think what I'm going to do is send a platoon this way. Take out the mortars. We'll just fire with these guys. First jets, like the Phantom 1H, sit very low off the deck. I wonder why. We have a full North African platoon. Let's see if we can assault this. No effect. Let's try one more time. We suffered casualties that time. But I think we have tanks. Aha! have some more tanks. Oh, we didn't overrun them. Okay, but next time we'll be able to overrun them for sure. Let's advance. You guys can go into the town or trenches just to help. Doing our best here. We can't get that gun. So I don't have any more air... Oh, I do have airstrike still. Well, let's hit this one. Okay. Let's hit this as well. There we go. Almost done this scenario. 3 units have recovered morale. We have 1 headquarter unable to provide supply, 2 artillery units unavailable, and 4 units low on ammo. Here comes our airstrike. I think we took out a mortar. And nothing here. Try to overrun this. They took casualties, which is good. Ah, they just retreated though. But we can overrun that now since we have a combat team. Just like so. Then oh, look at that. Bad guys. It's either a recoilless rifle or a bazooka or something. Anyways, we're going to try and get into this. Whoa, we took out 2 of the platoons. Let's see if we can do a final overrun. Yes. Okay, that cleared up that flank. Let's bring in some heavy weapons and see what we can do about these units. Took out the headquarters, finally, with the heavy machine guns. Let's assault. Captain V going to town. Check out the mortars. Securing our flank, which is awesome. I think we have a mortar here. What can he see? Can't see anything. What about our battery? Also can't see anything. No, they can't see anything at all. So now I'm just going to go for some of these extra points. Ah, guns are out. Okay. 2 turns left. Let's see how badly this is. Move them away. Move Well, we'll leave them there. Okay, here we go. So they don't have line of sight here now, which means it's just randomly landing wherever it wants. Two headquarters unable to provide supply, 3 artillery units unavailable, 6 units low on ammo. Let's see if we can take out that commander. Yes. Let's just continue cleaning up the trench line. Oh, we got the guns there. Let's advance into that position. Oh, can I not cross that? Oh, it's a major river. I can't cross that. Okay, good to know. Well, we secured what we needed to. Now our guns are out of ammo. Let's just end the turn. Oh, come on. They're hitting my jeeps. Who does that? And we lost one. One unit has recovered morale. The jeeps, 3 headquarters unable to provide supply, 1 artillery unit unavailable, 2 units low on ammo. There's no sense in me plotting artillery. We'll just move these guys back in because they're mean. There is something there. Let's do some shooting. Let's try an assault. No joy. Ah, we got him. Okay, that's it. I'll be pissed if I lose a tank. That would suck. Oh, we got lucky. End of the scenario. Let's see how we did. We got a major victory, which is good. Excellent. We suffered some losses, but not terrible, which is kind of good. They suffered a whack load of losses, though. We lost event points. They lost event points. Secured the objective points. That's good. We did good. All right. Let's take a look at number 5. That's not the right one. This is the right one. Bruno's flak raid. Beatrice and Gabriel fell, and the Thais abandoned Anne-Marie by 18th of March. French supply problems turned from bad to worse as artillery crowned all the heights around the valley. The Viet Minh 37mm anti-aircraft guns now could fire directly onto the airfield. A crisis of command resulted in the Gono reorganization. Colonel CDC knew the fortress was going to die in logistical shambles if they did not silence the enemy anti-aircraft guns. He tasked Bruno, his officer de intervention, to plan a raid to take out the flak guns to the west of Claudine. 2 parachute battalions, the 6th and 8th BPC, would jump off at 5:30 a.m. and attack towards Ban Ong Pet and Ban Ban. The 1st and 3rd tank platoons of the 1st RCC were in support. Plentiful artillery, including 12 105s, fired a massive rolling barrage at 6 a.m. Although 6th BPC was pinned down at Ban Ong Pet, the tank slammed into the Viet southern flank. By 1500 hours, the melee was over and Viet troops were retreating in disorder. They left the 5 20mm flank guns and a dozen 12.7mm Dutch guns and numerous other small arms in the field. Well, that sounds exciting. It says we can play all, but it sounds like I want to play the French one. Senseless violence. Let's do that. You see it says Dien Bien Phu 4. That's why I was concerned. This should actually be 5, so that is incorrect. Alright, let's see what happens. Side A, all the goodies except for variable visibility, obviously enhanced fog of war. Alright, so we don't need to reread all that. The mission. Good plan. Rudolph with the 3rd Platoon Tanks, 1st RCR are committed to leave Isabelle, break through Ban Khoi Lai, and join the attack. The 20mm anti-aircraft guns, along with the VA anti-aircraft machine guns, are suspected at Ban Ban and Ban Ong Pat. Mission success depends on destroying as many as possible. 6th and 8th are online. The departure at 5:30. We have more Bearcats at daylight. And we do have a spotter. Oh, cool. That's handy. Don't hold on to Bang on Pat and whatever too long. We don't want to be counterattacked, so that makes sense. So basically our whole point is destroy the anti-aircraft guns and then retreat, I think is the idea. Ammo level sucks. And everything else is normal. Very thick fog. It's only 3 kilometers. 10 airstrikes remaining. We have a lot of airstrikes. That's good. Let's reduce this. Let's do this so you can see. Let's take a look at the status scenario information to see when it's going to be daytime. Daytime is going to be at turn 5. And let's turn our labels on to see where we're going. So we're going here where the objectives are. What's the object or the victory conditions? So a major victory is 700. And if you look, there's only 20 points worth of points on here, which means that I'm going to assume that every gun that we destroy will get like 25 points or 50 points or something like that. So that's interesting. Let's take a look and see what units are fixed, which ones are not. This is our main assault force is in here. Oh, there is a parachute unit back there and these ones. Okay, so we have two columns to advance. Looks like there's a whack load of trenches. We do have... Oh, we have 155 guns. We have 105s. 105s. We have mortars. In this case, I'm not going to move any of the guns. I'll just leave them where they are. Okay. Let's start this. Save it first. This is number 5. Alright, let's double time you guys. Looks like there's a block or something there already. Haha, fire truck. Okay. This is going to be messy. We only have 15 turns to get into there, so that's good to know. I'm going to assume that there's going to be a whack load of bad guys everywhere. And I think visibility is low right now. So we're basically just trying to get into a position. Hopefully we don't get... I'm not going to plot artillery yet. Airstrikes remaining. We have 2 headquarters unable to provide supply. I know that's going to be filled with stuff. Well, on the bright side, we're making good progress going... Oh, here's our engineer platoon way in the frickin' back. Boo. Okay. And the turn. Daylight's coming. Let's go up the road. Oh, shit. Oh, we found them. And they just retreated, so that was good. Thanks, Tim. Really appreciate it. Oh, yeah, it's 2 hours already, just like that. Bada boom. Crazy. I'll just finish this move, and then we will continue on next session. Ah, I can't get in there. Ooh, it'll be a doozy of a fight next session. I'm excited. Alright, I will leave it there. Let's save it. And yeah, so thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you do have any questions or comments about the scenarios or the game itself or what you can expect. Our focus now will be returning to updating the user interface for the games as well as Cold War, obviously. I'm very excited for all that work that's coming ahead. Huge thank you to our patrons, thank you to our donators, thank you to those that play the game, thank you to those that watch. If you do like this type of content and you've been watching at least until this point, please consider giving it a like and subscribe. I really do appreciate that. It does help a lot. We do have a Patreon if you're interested in helping support our development. It's a small team. Every little bit helps, truly. From random expenses like Dropbox, like books, like research material, like software, a whole bunch of things. Every little bit helps, so thank you for that. I will be back on Wednesday. We will return to JTCS and Operation Sea Lion, the campaign. And yeah, good times. On that note, take care, smile always, and talk to you soon.